This is a two-part video series on how to create and install a hidden clip cafe curtain. Part 1 is how to redesign and sew a hidden ring clip cafe curtain from an existing lined curtain panel. In the next video, Part 2, how to remove and replace an existing Venetian blind with a tension rod, add the clip rings, and install the cafe curtain. And welcome to Jan Addams Design. Today I'm going to show you how to create a cafe style curtain that's going to be on rings, hidden rings, from an existing panel. So for example, if you have some grommet style curtains or other style curtains in your home, or maybe you've purchased something because you really like the look of it, I'm going to show you how to repurpose it into a cafe style for your dining room, your living room, just to give you that little extra privacy. And I'm using a lined linen fabric. That's one of the reasons that I did it, is because you can actually get fabric that is pre-lined. Now what I did is I cut it down to the size that I needed, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to create a hidden channel to hide those little clips, so all you see is the rings on the rod. Stay with me and I'll help you through it. Find a workspace at home big enough to handle long pieces of fabric. Tip: add a fold-up table to a dining room table and cover it with the reverse side of a table protector to double as an ironing board. Measure your window from the inside side window frame for tension bar placement. Measure the top of the mutton bar down to the inside of the bottom window sill. Minus the cafe ring drop on the 1-inch rod, about 1.5 inches, and 1/2 inch for clearance on the sill. For example, a 48-inch center mutton bar minus 1.5 minus 0.5 equals 46 inches finished length. Next, gather your tools: fabric panels, rod and rings, your tape measure, a pencil or fabric chalk, notepad, or better yet, Design Domino's the concept design pad. Also, you need your pins, a calculator, unless you don't want to use your math, scissors, a cutting board, an iron and ironing board, and of course, a sewing machine. Measure twice and cut once. Mark the cut line and pin layers together below the cut line and at hem. Then cut off the grommet header through both layers of the panel and save the grommet section for a later project. Use an iron on the cotton linen setting with a speed starch to stiffen and create a flatter center seam. And here's a tip: use parchment paper as a barrier between the iron and fabric. Linen and open weave fabrics can and do fray. You can stop the center seam from fraying by ironing an adhesive tape on it down the seam. This way, even if it frays a little, it won't come away from the seam. Time to sew! Next, if you're joining two panels together for more fullness, remove the stitching from one of the side seams of each panel, one on the right side and the other on the left side. Next, measure the top header from the ring to where the clip attaches to the folded fabric to create the edge that hides the clips. Finger press and pin. Iron the fold to flatten the edges. After stitching the rolled side hem with the lining, fold the 3-inch header with fabric roll a 1/4 inch down and top stitch. Make sure you catch the seam or it will lift. Next, fold the bottom of the header a 1/2 inch under and top stitch that. This will create a really nice looking header. Here's what the hidden clip looks like when it's finished. All that it needs is a rod. This is what the clips normally look like. It's not the finished look that you want. This is a much better look when you hide the clips on the rings, and all you will see now is the rod and the rings. So this is what the header looks like for the hidden ring clip on our cafe curtains. Next step, install.